What's up, everybody? BC here, Team BC. I flew all the way out to the outskirts of Atlanta. We're here in Milton, Georgia, showing you this exclusive, beautiful, new Team BC listing, 555 Dorris Road. Dorris Road is very exclusive. We have the mayor of Milton living here, Ernie Johnson Jr. For all you sports fans. If you watch ESPN, you know who he is. We wanted to come out here and show you this beautiful listing that we have coming on the market this week coming up. It's huge. It's got a lot to offer. Let's get started. All right, guys, I hope you're ready. This is a big one. Let's go. Come on in. So right away, you have the curved stairs when you enter the property, and this is one of the original chandeliers that was in the property. I really like this entrance because I'm a huge fan of the high ceilings, and this mansion really accentuates that. So when you come in, you really feel like, you know, either forward or upwards, you have a lot of space. Right? Now we can go straight through to the kitchen, which I'm gonna take you to right now, but we also have 2 additional rooms on each side, and you're gonna get a feel for this property right away that it's a little bit more modern, however, it still kind of embodies that old school feel. And that's kind of what the owners did here once they got the home back in the 80s, because they wanted to keep that feel, right? They wanted to maybe polish it up a little bit, but still maintain that originality. And I think that they've done a really good job with it, right? Obviously you can see that it's been painted, very nice, right? Very clean, aesthetic. And as we enter the kitchen right now, there's one key feature that I'm gonna show you guys, okay? There is a lot of custom cabinetry done with wood, right? So if we come in and we see all this custom work that's done, this is actually reclaimed wood from one of the original barns on this property from the 1920s. So as we're going around and looking, you can see all of the wood here is that particular wood, and it's been used. And if you get in real close, you can see the amount of detail that's done here. It's really, really cool, right? We have the horse head over there, and really it's just something that makes this property extra, extra unique. Aside from the location, the acreage, and everything else that it offers, I think that that work that was done is really, really that kind of final touch that makes this property super, super exclusive. So as you're looking, all of the wood that's lighter colored is this custom work, and it's really featured all the way throughout. It's nice. So as you zoom out and you see the totality of the kitchen, you can really see it, right? So following me through here, you can also see that the custom woodwork continues throughout here, all the way into the door, this doorway, right? Pat, the owner, was gracious enough to get the spirit animal form of me put right here, which is really awesome, you know, because I'm a wolf at night. I kind of transform into one of those werewolves, but shh, don't tell anybody. All right, so as we're continuing out here through the front, as you can see, fresh paint, new carpet. This is one of the rooms here that leads to the front. We also have a bathroom right there. And the bottom floor here is really, really big and open. I really enjoy that about this property. We have the washer and dryer there. It's rare to find a home like this, right, that was built such a long time ago that kind of maintains that open floor plan, you know, at least in my experience looking at even in areas like this. So fireplace right there. These doors lead to the back, right? It's screened and enclosed here in the back, but it also gives you a good view of the rear portion of the house, which we're gonna cover later. That's where the stables are, and where you're gonna find some of these magical horses that are still on the property, right? Got another area right here that's nice, big and open. Used to have a pool table here. This is a room that they use for entertainment. As you can see, fresh paint, new carpet, really, really nice, big and open, right? Great for hosting and entertaining, if that's what you do. I imagine somebody who is interested in this property and buys it will more than likely be one of those gracious hosts who likes to entertain and host, right? Got another bathroom over here. And some of the finishes here are really cool, and you can highlight them, right? Some of the original artwork that was done with the house, obviously. We can guess maybe that there were some owners here of horses, I would assume, by the art on the wall. I'm just kidding. Cool, all right. So all the chandeliers original from when the home was originally built, yeah. You know, and if you like kind of that classic feel, it's really cool. A lot of wood in here too. So like I mentioned earlier, it really maintains that like classic and traditional feel, which is cool. All right, let's go up the stairs. Hopefully my cameraman's been working out, all right? Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. All right, so it's a maze up here, but let's start. Right? If you ever have one of those pesky realtors knock on your door, you have a good vantage point here to call them out and say, hey man, go away, leave us alone. Just kidding. So we have 2 bedrooms up here. This one right here leads to the front. Again, you have that kind of balcony on both sides, which is really cool. You get a lot of natural light in this home, which is fantastic. As you peer out to the front, you can see the road that leads here from the street, the gated entrance. You have a view of the fountain right there. I love the fact that this is so open, right? If I lived here, I would be having breakfast out on the balcony and really soaking up the views. You know, it's something you definitely want to take advantage of here with this property. Peace and quiet, far away from everything. Really, really cool. Obviously, all of these rooms have their own bathroom and tub. More artwork there, right? This is another space that opens right here. You can totally deck this out, right? If you're somebody who owns maybe 1 million pairs of shoes, right? You can put it back here. We have the small Harry Potter room. I'll be right back. Just kidding. As we continue, again, this gives you an exit right here to the rear portion of the house and the balcony, again with the view, everything. I mean, we've got our own basketball court here. We have our own playground. I mean, if you lived here, you wouldn't have to go anywhere. You don't have to sign up for a gym. You can run some pickup games there. I don't know, I might have to buy it. Let's continue. Ooh, look at this fireplace. You gotta love it. Great views. A lot of the features of this property, you know, as you're seeing, most of the spaces here have been refreshed, would be the proper word, right? Fresh paint, they put in new carpet because they really want the owner to come in here and upgrade to their personal taste. We wanted to leave it in a very blank slate type of condition, but overall, you can tell it is very clean and well kept. So you're starting with a sound foundation that you can build from. One of my favorite features here, especially of the bath, is the golden swan, right? Having too much fun, huh? All right, let's continue. Let's go. So, obviously this is the master bath. Again, leads out into the balcony here. So the views that you have here on the property, pretty much 360 degrees all the way around. Again, sitting on 8 acres. We've got our own little pool back there. Every time I come back to this property, I see something new, I experience something new. So I feel like you could live here for a long time and be recreating experiences on the same property that you live on continuously, which I think is super cool. Follow me into the dungeon. So that original square footage that we gave you at the beginning of the video, just over 5,500, did not include this space, right? So again, fresh paint, new floors. This space is very open, right? Could be an additional living quarters for somebody, has a bathroom, right? Really, really nice, super upgraded kitchen, and it leads directly to the side of the house. So as we go out these doors right here to the left, you're gonna be facing the front of the property. If you go out to the right, you'll be going towards the rear. Great space, right? You can have your visitors come here, your friends, guests, anybody can stay down here, and it would be an ideal space for them where they're close, but they're also separated. All right, here we go, closet. We can do the little, if you want, leads right back into the bathroom, and now we do a full 360. Let's do it. Yeah, all right, cool. Now, I heard there's people in here, but I guess we can find out for ourselves. Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on? This is Bryan.
Cool. So this is where the rats hang out, right? I'm just kidding.
Wait, that's not me.
Right here, guys, this is the unfinished portion of the basement here. That's a pole, my friend, don't run into it. If you want to do any kind of crazy, esoteric late night rituals, you can do them here, right, away from everybody, right? If you want to keep it in the house. Yeah, or you can finish it. This could be an additional space, a lot of square footage here, obviously. You know, you can use it as storage, which is probably what most people would use it for. But really nice, you know, as you can see, the whole bottom floor is really spacious. It's almost like a duplicate of what you have upstairs on that ground floor. So we're here, we took what seemed like an hour-long hike up here. You know, the cameraman's sweating. Hopefully you guys can see that, but this is where the stables is, right? It has the living quarters on top, but there's 6 individual stables here for the horses. Obviously, this property is gonna be for somebody who can take advantage of this and probably would. That would be my assumption with the little kind of corral in the back, and we have a space in the front too. So really, really cool. I personally really love horses, so it's cool to kind of be on the property and get this experience firsthand. There's been a lot done to this property, right? And a lot of times when people walk in, they don't really notice it. So there's been new trim all throughout the house, new flooring on the main level, brand new carpet on the upper level, new HVAC, right? They fixed a lot of the sheetrock. They replaced, I believe, 4 of the toilets here. So all of the small little housekeeping type of items were done here, right? Fresh paint all the way throughout. And that's something to keep in mind as you guys are going through this home and looking at it, because when you move in, it's that much more in order, and you can basically start with your own upgrades and finishing it to your own taste. You're also gonna find a lot of the original kind of artwork where it has that original feel, but it's also clean and upgraded, right? You're not walking into something that's completely bare bones that you have to completely redo from the ground up. It already has that kind of base coat foundation, and from there you can build it to whatever you want. So think of it like a blank canvas where you, the artist, can come in and make it a masterpiece. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 555 Dorris Road here in Milton, Georgia. I hope you enjoyed this tour. This property is fantastic. If you would like more information, or you're interested or know someone who is, you can go ahead and contact Team BC or myself. We'll happily show you the home and we'll take it from there. All right, that's it for this one. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.